Welcome to this video. It's on the 17th of April. What I want to do in this tutorial is just discuss the CFTC Net Traders report and how it can improve your technical analysis. And also what I'll be doing is I'll be chatting with my good friend Don McNish about his trading style and what he sees as the best CFTC Net Traders setups that are coming. Now, for those of you totally unfamiliar with the CFTC Net Traders report, I'm going to discuss it briefly here so you get a gist of what it's about, but there is a fuller video link underneath this one. Now, in terms of if you're a technical trader, it will really help you improve your trading. Okay, now in terms of when I read online about how traders are doing this year, the technical traders, you get a lot of them saying they're not making any money, they're losing money, they're frustrated. And if you're a pure technical trader, it has been frustrating. You've had low volatility, a lot of whipsaw price moves or price spikes and breakouts that have failed, false signals and so forth. Now, if you want to improve your trading, just incorporate the CFTC Net Traders positions. Now, in terms of our year so far, it was a good January, a good solid January. February, a bit flat. March has been was a fantastic month. That's followed through into April. Now, we are technical traders, okay? But we use the CFTC Net Traders positions to filter our trades. I don't think we'd have had such a great start to the year if we hadn't have been using the CFTC Net Traders. So why is it so valuable? Basically, it's going to give you clues to where the chart is going to go. Well, traders think the charts come out of nowhere. They move to some sort of mystical order. They're just really a reflection of the sentiment towards the fundamentals. That's all the chart is. If you know the sentiment towards the fundamentals, then you'll get clues on where the chart is going to go. Now, a lot of traders just don't want to do fundamental analysis or study the fundamentals. The great news with the CFTC Net Traders report is you don't have to. All you've got to do is look what the smart money commercials are doing. Okay, they are always right about important market tops or bottoms. They have a deep knowledge of the fundamentals. They know when a currency's become undervalued or overvalued. You just compare what they're doing with non-commercial speculators, i.e. large funds. They're always wrong at important market tops or important market bottoms. You just look for the two groups really to oppose each other. Then you go with the commercials. Also, if you study the actual weight of buying or selling of the two groups, you can actually project how far a trend might run. Now, in terms of the power of the CFTC Net Traders report, I've actually compiled a playlist on this channel of all videos that I've done on CFTC Net Traders setups this year. And you go and look at the playlist, obviously date stamped by YouTube. I've been very specific about the entry to the trade, the stop and the target. You'll see far more winners than losers, and some of the winners are really big. For example, 500 plus pips in USD JPY and also GBP AUD. So it's great for alerting you to where the chart might go, also in helping you project how far a move might go. So if you're a technical analyst and you're struggling, just use the COT filter and you'll find it'll just change your trading around for the better. I mean, it really has helped us. We always look at the net traders positions when assessing where a chart might go. Now, in terms of, before I talk to Don, a lot of regular viewers have asked me, is there any books on strategy to do with the CFTC Net Traders report? There is actually a book. It's by a guy called Steve Bryce. It's called The Commitment of Traders Bible. It's pretty long. It'll probably be a hard read for many people. But Steve Bryce, he was the first guy he's seen as the actual authority on the CFTC net traders positions. He's been around a long time. He was the expert when I first started looking at them back in the late 80s, and he had a lot of experience then. So very experienced guy. Very good book. It is expensive. I think it's about £100. I'm actually thinking about doing a book or a guide. I mean, I've got one already in the member centre. Thinking about making that a bit longer. Give a little bit more detail about using the CFTC net traders positions. Obviously you can look for divergences between the groups, but there's different personalities for different currencies, and different amounts of buying or selling will mean different things in different pairs. So it does take a little bit of getting used to. What I would say is, if you've never ever used the report, strongly urge you to just get practice reading it. With a little bit of practice, you'll soon be incorporating it in your trading strategy, and it will help you increase your profit potential, in my view. Now, what I want to do, I'm just going to have a quick chat with Don about his trading and what he sees as good potential trades coming up. Then after that, I'm going to come back and just sum up with a few more points about the CFTC net traders. Right, just chat to Don, and then we'll be back to sum up a bit later. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, Andrew. How's yourself?
Not so bad. I just thought we'd have a quick chat. Obviously, we spoke back at the start of February about your trading and how you were doing. And just for anyone new watching, obviously you're using the CFTC net traders report to pick out your trades initially. Okay.
Yeah.
And just really, how's it been since February?
February. Well, February was quite a quiet month. A lot of the trades that I entered in February ran on until March, and so February was a bit disappointing, but March sort of made up for it.
So how was the performance in February?
Well, I actually ended up with about 1%.
Okay, still up.
Yeah, a bit disappointing, but March I got about 11%, so that sort of made about 6.5% for the 2 months each, which was respectable.
You could call your channel Forex for Steady Profit if you keep that going.
Yeah, needs another 6 months of that, Andrew.
Okay, I'm sure you'll do it. Right, now, in terms of March, I mean, from the perspective of ourselves, I thought February was a fairly nondescript month. Yes. I thought volatility picked up in March, much more user-friendly trading conditions, and there was some, for me, some really good setups on the CFTC net traders. Which ones, worked for you?
The one that worked the best for me was the oil. Is Western Texas Industries.
Intermediate.
Is it? Yeah. So that's the one that worked the best for me. I did very well with that. It had got an extreme position for the speculators. They held more lots on the oil than they ever had in a previous period.
It's ever actually. That was the record extreme. It's 1 billion barrels or something.
Yeah, and it just had disaster written all over it. The commercials were opposed. I got in short at about 53, and I followed it down to 48 and a little bit. That was a terrific trade. Very pleased with that.
Yeah, because I think with that is an actual, just for anyone new watching, that is the historical extreme, effectively.
Yes.
So when you get an historical extreme, I always think, they're worth a shot, basically.
Absolutely.
Right, sorry, I interrupted you.
That's all right. The other trade I did well with was silver. We got a yearly net short position for the commercials, and I got in short on silver, and it came into profit virtually straight away and carried on down. I got about 300 pips out of that. That was very nice. On the currencies, the best trade I had was Euro Japanese yen.
Yep, no, I must admit that was a good one for us as well, but it's kind of run on further than we thought.
Much further. I actually got out of that. I thought there was weakness at the 119.70 level, and I was horrified to see how it's run down further.
Yeah, but
And I
hang on. When you say horrified, where did you get? When did you go short?
I got short at 122.70.
Well, that's not shabby, is it?
No, it's good. It
you
could have
could you could always
it
do
could have been a
better.
lot better. It could have been a lot better. And we got candles outside the bottom Bollinger Band, and I thought it was oversold, and I was expecting a bounce, and it just continued to go down.
Yep, but at the end of the day, you got what you wanted out of it. It's
Yes.
a good few hundred pips. The same happened to us. We kept a small position, but we should have kept it all, but we didn't. But I suppose that thing of being thankful for what you get, you can never be
Quite
perfect.
right.
So, any other currency trades?
For that month, for March, I entered the USD Canadian dollar. I did quite well with that. I got in at 131.70, and I got out at 134 and a little bit.
Okay.
So that was quite a nice trade.
Well, that's very correlated with the crude, isn't it? Really, crude coming
It
down.
is.
Also, you've got the USD is going to push the CAD. Sorry, USD is going to push up on the CAD. Okay, in
Yes.
terms of we're now in April, obviously.
Yeah.
How is it going so far in April? Or too early to say. I know we're mid-month, but
Oh, well, I've done well in April. I took a AUD USD trade in April, and that ran down for me. And I got out of that at about the 75 mark, just
where, where
below,
where did you sell it?
around about the 75 mark.
No. Where
I
did
went,
you sell initially? I mean,
I was up near the top. I was in about 77, 77
okay, so basically
two.
into the top of the range, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. I
Okay,
did
so
very well.
I've done the same as you. Obviously, come out of half my position 75, which now
Yeah,
bouncing to 76. I would
I'm
guess you're
back in
probably
at
selling it.
76.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same here. The bounce I think is a sell.
yeah.
Because just for anyone new who's watching the video, the commercials always tend to sell up into the 76 level, or between 76 and 77, they tend to load in shorts, don't they?
That's quite right. Yeah.
So have you got a little bit more on that trade than any other, or is it a conservative position?
I've got about two-thirds of my trade back in that I had before, and that is quite a heavy position that I've got on that. And you're up 76 is there that's a recent turning points. If you look back into the history, so I think that's a fairly strong resistance that we've got above that.
Yeah,
So I'm hoping that's going to hold.
I think between 76 and 70. I don't see it closing above 77.
No, absolutely not.
Now I've said that, it probably will.
That's sod's law.
That's sod's law. But no,
Yeah,
I'm in agreement with you. I think, we've said it before. If we're looking at CFDCs, your favourite currency is the AUD.
absolutely. For the last 4 years,
Yeah, no, I
it's
must admit, same here. I
yeah.
just love the Australian dollar and CFDCs now. What else you got on?
Pound Australian dollar.
Same here.
I've done very well with this. I got back. I got long at around about the 16250 mark, which was a bit late getting in, and that ran nicely up, and I got out at 166.70, which is virtually the top of the range. I got about 450, 470 pips out of that. It's come back down to 165, and I'm back in it long again, and I've got a fairly heavy position on that. I'm pretty confident with it.
I must admit, I have my heaviest position on GBP AUD.
Yeah,
Let's go. For me, going to one. Well, I've done a few videos on it. Going to 170, then 180. In my view, we shall see. But obviously, commercials heavily net short the Aussie. heavily net long the pound.
Quite right, yes.
So anything else you like the look of?
Well, I'm really waiting to get back into the oil, and I want it to short to go down. It's currently at about the 53 mark. I had 5 trades on it on Friday. I got a tight stop. I got knocked out 5 times, and although the commitment of traders report is long oil, I feel like it's a little bit overdone.
Do you mean the price is pretty strong?
Yes, yes. And I'm waiting for the price to drop, and I'm looking for weakness to get back into it.
Yeah, because speculators are still pretty long. They're not far off a record as far as I can see.
No,
You've got plenty of commercial selling, so I agree with you on that. Any other currency pairs take your fancy, or not this week?
I know you're going to say, why not the AUD CAD? And I've just actually come out of that. It bottomed out, and I nearly missed the thing. I got out about half the way up the candle, and the commitment of traders are definitely bearish the pair.
Yeah, I mean the Aussie dollar. I don't know. We'll see. I mean that's the one I like this week. The Aussie dollar now has bounced back. I think she's going down, but we'll see. Obviously, now in terms of you're doing some daily analysis on the CFTC net traders positions. So what I'm going to do obviously is put a link to your YouTube channel, so obviously people can go and watch your analysis. And
thank you.
And I see you're being quite brave. You're posting your account statements.
Absolutely. It's the proof of the pudding. It's all very well and good me just venting my spleen on YouTube, but unless you can back it up and say, this is where I've been, this is what I've done in the past, this is how I've sharpened my trading strategy up, and this is what I'm doing now, then I think without actually putting the trading history up there, it's a little bit shallow.
Yeah, you've got to give your trades. Yeah, at the end of the day,
yes.
I always feel. Now, in terms of the one thing I'm just going to say, obviously I've seen the account statements, which is a lesson for most traders, yeah?
Yes.
In terms of your position size is actually pretty small.
It is now, yes.
So it's very small. And really, obviously, you're aiming to get around over an annual period, 5% per month, let's say, yeah?
Yes, that's right.
Over a year. And, well, I'll just let people go over and look at your statements, because the position size is pretty small. And I've always maintained that, you don't need much leverage or big positions to make decent returns on your capital.
Yes, that's quite right. Yeah.
And you can sleep at night as well.
Absolutely, especially with the stop loss in, once that's there, it's the most stress-free trading I've ever had.
In terms of the stop losses, I mean, actually, no, obviously you can chat about that in your daily reports, but when you say you put stop loss in, you've always kind of done that, but now the stop loss gets jacked up straight away, doesn't it?
Well, I don't put it in straight away. I put it in as soon as it goes into profit. I've got a very long stop loss in to start with. Sometimes you can't even see it on the chart. But as soon as I go into profit, I bring the stop loss down and put it at entry.
Okay, so you can do a video on that, explain that in more detail.
I will do, yes.
Because I know you're probably waiting to go down the pub now. I've got to go and see someone.
Yeah.
No, joking. But no, that'd be interesting if you did have a video on the way you do the stop loss. Yeah, because I know it's not easy to explain in like a minute or two.
Yes.
So the way you bring your stop in,
and I'll actually show a live. I'll show it live and I'll stop the video and restart it and show you how I put the stop loss in. I can do that.
Yeah, that'd be. I think that'd be useful for people to see how you do,
Yeah,
restrict the risk, and how the stop is wide brings, how you bring it in, so to speak.
yeah.
It's your style, obviously, and it's obviously working. So, right, I will. Obviously, we'll speak again soon. Anyone who wants, obviously, to see your daily analysis, I'm obviously putting the link beneath this video. So thank you very much for joining us, Tom.
Thank you for asking me, Andrew.
No worries. Have a good evening, and we'll speak soon, yeah?
Thank you very much, Andrew.
Take care. See you soon. Welcome back. Now, in terms of, obviously, Don, you can watch his analysis on his channel. We'll be obviously doing regular CFTC analysis as well. And also sign up for our free mailing list, and we'll send you exclusive content as well, which isn't available on YouTube. Now, in terms of the CFTC Net Traders Report, it is, for me, said it before, best tool in Forex trading. It's free. Now, if the CFTC were going to start charging for it, of course they won't. Let's say they charge £3,000, £5,000 per annum for it, I'd pay it. And I'd cheerfully pay it. Why? Because it's that valuable to me. It's given me the majority over the years of my really big trades. Just surprised after 30 years of studying that report, it hasn't become more popular with Forex traders. I find it amazing because it's just such a valuable tool when you look back historically at how accurate the commercials are. They're just right about every major move. We can take advantage of the commercials' deep understanding of the fundamentals, and we can get clues to sentiment towards a chart formation, and basically trade for profit with very simple technical analysis. So we don't need to do anything complicated when we've got the COT backing us up. Right, that is the video for today. Thank you very much for watching me as usual. Take care. Have a good day.